Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and science behind everyday things you never realized were mysterious. Until now. Today's question comes from one of our amazing viewers, Draymond Chicken. Thanks for the suggestion, Draymond. You asked, what's the difference between white meat and red meat? If you've ever looked at your dinner plate and wondered why chicken breast looks pale and innocent, while steak looks like it has a dramatic backstory, you're not alone. People have been debating this for years, some for health reasons, others because they're trying to justify eating another burger. Stick around as we break down the science, the color, and the flavor behind these two types of meat, right here on Explaining Everything. First things first, red meat is literally red because of a protein called myoglobin. Think of myoglobin as the meat's personal oxygen bodyguard. It stores oxygen in muscle cells so the animal can move, run, flex, or in the case of cows, stand there looking way too calm for their size. Meats with high levels of myoglobin equals red meat. Meats with lower levels of myoglobin equals white meat. That's it. That's the whole starting point. Beef, lamb, and pork. Yup, pork counts as red meat, even if it sometimes looks pink and confused about its own identity. All have more myoglobin, which is why they appear darker and richer. Meanwhile, white meats like chicken and turkey don't need as much myoglobin because birds aren't exactly built for long-distance running or Olympic powerlifting. Well, except maybe chickens running from people who chase them. And here's the fun twist. Different muscles within the same animal can have different colors. Chicken breasts are lighter because they don't do much heavy work. Chicken legs, on the other hand, are darker because they're basically doing cardio all day. So the breast is the work-from-home department, while the legs are the I Walk Everywhere team. White meat has always been marketed like it's the healthy, responsible, older sibling. The type that drinks water, wakes up at 5 a.m., journals, and has a skincare routine. It's leaner, meaning it usually has less fat, especially saturated fat. That's why fitness people always say, "Bro, just eat chicken breast." Like that single sentence will automatically give you abs. White meat is also lighter in flavor, which is a polite way of saying it kinda needs help. It's that friend who only becomes fun when you add seasoning, marinade, soy sauce, calamansi, garlic, and a little trauma. The big advantage? It's easier on the heart, easier on the calories, and doesn't come with that "my doctor will shout at me" energy. It's why white meat gets the default health halo. But don't get it twisted. White meat isn't pure healthy. Deep fry it, and congratulations, you just upgraded your chicken breast into a cardiologist's nightmare. Red meat is basically the mysterious guy in movies. Everyone talks about him like he's trouble, but he actually has a soft side. Yes, red meat tends to have more fat. That's why it tastes so good. It's borderline emotional. That juicy burger didn't become juicy by accident. That steak didn't become steak because of prayers alone. Fat carries flavor, and red meat is packing. But here's the thing. Red meat is also loaded with iron, zinc, vitamin B12, and protein like crazy. It's nutrient-dense, the multivitamin of the animal world, just with better PR issues. So why does it get a bad rep? Too much of it especially processed red meat, has been linked to certain health risks. Basically, don't eat steak like it's rice. But in moderation, red meat is perfectly fine. You're not going to explode from eating a burger. If that were the case, the entire world would have combusted by now. And let's be honest, red meat is unforgettable. It's dramatic. It enters your mouth like, behold, flavor. White meat could never. Time to talk about the real battleground, the tongue. Red meat equals richer flavor, firmer texture. White meat equals milder flavor, softer texture. Why? Myoglobin again. That protein affects not just color, but also how the meat cooks and tastes. More myoglobin means a deeper, stronger flavor profile. That's why steak hits you with emotional damage, in a good way. White meat, on the other hand, can get dry faster. You blink, and boom, your chicken breast has turned into chalk. That's because of its lower fat content. Fat equals moisture equals happiness. That's why KFC is loved by everyone. The chicken has fat, seasoning, and zero intentions of being healthy. Also, different muscles equals different textures. Chicken breasts are soft because they don't do much. Chicken legs? Built like they've done CrossFit. That's why they're juicier and tastier. Meanwhile, red meat muscles are denser because cows spend their lives walking around being huge introverts. That constant movement develops tougher but richer meat. So, what's the real difference between white meat and red meat? It all comes down to myoglobin levels, which affect the color, flavor, and texture. White meat is the light, lean, clean option, the responsible overachiever. Red meat is darker, richer, juicier, the flavorful rebel with a protein degree. Both have benefits, both can be healthy, and both can be unhealthy depending on how you cook them and how often you eat them. At the end of the day, the lesson is simple. Balance your meals. Enjoy your food. And remember, the color of your meat won't decide your destiny, but your portion sizes might. If this video made you laugh, think, or question your next meal choice, please like and subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.